someone say no, see it on your face.
Hello everyone, this is Booktopia. This is a live event. Thanks so much for joining us. Welcome everyone. We're just waiting for our guests tonight. Let us know in the comments if you know who it is. Thanks so much for joining us on a Thursday night. We're just coming on screen.
Welcome.
Welcome everyone. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I am Amelia from Booktopia and welcome to tonight's special event. I'd like to begin firstly by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet and pay my respects to elders past and present and emerging. And I extend it to any First Nations people watching this tonight. I am so thrilled to be joined by 3 generations on screen of the Silbery family, who are obviously one of TV's biggest weekly must-watch shows, and they are the best family to watch on screen on Gogglebox. So welcome to Izzy, Emmie and Kerry.
Thank you so much for having us. Yeah, this is a little pre-Gogglebox party because it starts at 8:40 tonight on 10. But also it's our little book party, isn't it?
It is.
We've got our book here and we're having wine. So thank you for joining us.
No, thank you. And I hope everyone at home is following into the live. Come and join us. Tag anyone that you know who should be watching this. Any Gogglebox fans out there, make sure to tell everyone all about it. We will be chatting tonight for about half an hour or so. We won't go over time because we know you have must-watch show to tune on after this. So we will be very good tonight, but we're so glad that you're here with us and can join us tonight. Pretty much the way this will work is we kick off with a few questions. So if anyone's just joining, that's okay. Come on in, get your beverage. Feel free to
come and have a wine with us.
Absolutely. So for those who are already here, feel free to send in your questions. So we will start off with a few of our own, but we will definitely be answering your questions. The lovely ladies will be waiting to see what you ask. So feel free to drop them down below. There is a question mark on the bottom right of your screen. That's where you can place your questions and we'll review them as we go through towards the end. So be sure to hit us up with some juicy questions. I can't wait to see what you ask. But yeah, if you ask in the question mark, we will be able to see them and get through them as much as we can. In the comments, feel free to share the love for the family and for the show, and we can get through those as we do throughout the night. So feel free to let us know anything you want to share down below. But yeah, to start off, I'd love to talk about the book and the process of the book. So to kick it off, I guess, what did you guys have in mind? Was it a similar idea from the get-go when you were approached to do a book?
No, well, Emmy can speak about that because it was started off with writing her memoirs many years ago.
Yes, many years ago. And Isabelle came to my rescue and said, "Why are you doing it by handwriting? I could type it for you as you go along." So Isabelle became involved with my story as we went along. That's how it all started.
Yeah, and to all the grandkids out there, just get your laptops and just start asking them questions and just write it all down, because the gold that I got all those years ago, I was like, oh, I was crying, I was laughing. And then fast forward like a year ago, we got approached by a publisher who just had this vision for a 3-way memoir of all 3 stories woven into one.
Apparently it's never been done before.
Never been done before. So
Ooh.
we were up for the challenge.
There you go.
And
Breaking some records.
Yeah, lockdown was the perfect time to do it.
because
So,
we had nothing to do, nowhere to go.
yeah.
Why not write a book?
Well, I was trying to homeschool, so that was a bit tough.
Yeah, it's a busy time for mums, but obviously as a family, you guys must have had a lot of time Zooming or calling, handwriting, sharing notes, sharing stories. What was that like?
Yeah, it was weird and confronting. So we'd each go away and write a chapter. Go away as in like go to the bedroom, write it. And then we'd call each other on the phone and read it out to one another. And that was that was confronting, because I'd be like,
Confronting,
cathartic,
therapeutic, lots of tissues.
lots of tissues, lots of awkward silences, like, "Mum, are you there?" And she's like, "I never knew that about you." And I was like, okay, well, you do now.
So a few things came out of the woodworks. That sounds
Yeah, we cover a lot of ground. Like, we cover some big issues, and it's the collective female experience. But I guess we're raw, we're unfiltered, and we really don't hold back. So
As the viewers would know, because we like that on Gogglebox.
That's it. So the book and the TV show, apparently they're one and the same. You get it all, right? You get all the goss, you get all the life stories and lessons to share. But how did you guys balance it all out? You've got 3 lives to talk about. How does it fit into one book?
yeah, well, I think we had to just think really carefully about what we're really passionate about talking about, like the women's experience, and we cover like divorce and parenting, and
it fell into
categories
things.
of like infidelity, of like
money,
education, feminism, lots of different things, and then we all wrote our point of view on it at the same time as weaving in our life story, which was tricky, but we got there.
And how do you want to tell everyone how the chapters, how the format of the book has come together?
Yeah, so each chapter is a theme, and then we each write on it. So it'll be like Emmy's point of view on it, my point of view, and then Mum's. Yeah, and so it's chronological, but it's also like, I can read you a couple of the chapters. So some things are like themes, like "Mum, why are you crying?" So it's like a question, and then we all talk about a certain point in our life where something really traumatic happened, but we all give the point of view at the time when we were in it. So it's like Mum's take, Emmy's take, and then my little girl take on what was happening.
Okay.
Yeah, there's one called Lady Garden's Boob Jobs and Scales. That's a good one.
It is a good one. That's a fun one.
That's a funny one. So it's, all our points of views on like I'd love to know who can guess who's had a boob job out of the 3 of us, who's had Botox.
Well, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know your guesses down below. In the comments.
Here we go. Oh, really, everyone. Who's had a boob job, who doesn't buy scales, and who's had Botox? Yeah. And then there's a really juicy one. Chapter 8 is can an affair ever be a good thing? Okay, so we've got a few different points. Controversial. A few
Very
different points of views on that. Yeah. Are you ever too old to stop dating? Well, apparently I say you are, and they don't think you are ever too old to stop dating. So, yeah.
That's the beauty of multi-generations, right? We bring different things to the party. So I'm sure everyone's not surprised in that department. But one thing I think people are very curious about is, how do you feel about sharing your close family bonds and motherhood on the TV with millions of people across the country?
Well, the thing is that we're just sitting on the couch watching TV like everybody else does. So the conversations just arise depending on what we're watching and what we've experienced in that day and what we're thinking about, questions that we ask each other. You know, how was your day? What have you done today? Mum might say she was very constipated. You know, so it just goes on like that. It's normal stuff.
A lot of us are, don't worry, not alone.
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's just normal, and I think that really resonates with the public because that's what people do. And, you know, we're just normal people, and we just sit on the couch with our wine, watch TV and talk to each other, and, yeah.
There you go. Well, we have to ask, what is your most memorable moment on Gogglebox so far?
Most memorable. Forgot.
Bless you, Kerry.
I think you love the
Old people's
home for 4-year-olds.
The one about the old people with the little children coming in. I thought that was lovely.
Yeah, we all cried.
Lovely.
Yeah. I loved I love maths, so everything maths I'm just frothing. And Mum?
What's mine?
Who else is frothing about maths? Let us know in the comments.
Are you the one like me in your family that like just loves maths and everyone rolls their eyes and says, no, we're not watching this? And I'm like, oh, I love it. So addicted.
I've forgotten mine. What's mine?
You
Yeah,
love
the Big Ten episode someone's mentioned.
Yeah.
I love Bridgerton.
Bridgerton.
Oh, yes. That's definitely in vogue right now. So
Series 1. Series 2 doesn't have enough sex in it.
not enough sex. There we go. There we go. If anyone agrees with Kerry, please let us know, because apparently Kerry's a total mood. So there you go.
And you'll have to excuse me because I've got a bad cold, so I'm going to be coughing occasionally.
Who likes mint slices? Mint slices are such a staple in our family, and we always fight over those.
There you go. It's not sponsored.
Yeah.
In the fridge.
Not
And
sponsored.
Emmie literally buys like 3 packets like at once, and I'm like, why would you buy 3 on special? Apparently. Cool.
There you go. I mean, you stole the question. I was definitely going to ask what snacks are around. We probably need to ask about the wine at some point too, but that's okay. I guess just while we're at it, anyone who's just recently joined, we will be doing a Q&A. So feel free to put your questions to the lovely ladies tonight. There's a question mark in the bottom right corner. That's where you can place your question, and we will get to those very, very soon. So we have a little bit more to go, but feel free to put questions for us, and for any comments you guys have or love to share, drop that down below.
Know how people eat their mint slices. Do they eat them like I do, where you break the chocolate off the top and then you suck the mint off and then you bite the biscuit?
She's
That's
a weirdo.
Really?
She eats a normal person.
I like the mixture.
Yeah,
of having
same.
both taste together.
Yeah. See how I do?
Yeah, that's weird.
I love the demo. But when you have to convince someone else in the family, whether it's right or wrong, like Tim Tam slams and things like that, it's groundbreaking. So I guess it's good to know you guys love a good mint slice. Keep that in mind. In terms of some inspiration over the years, you have to let us know which books are your favourites.
Emmie, what's a book that you love?
Oh, that's a very hard question.
Well, we all loved Michelle Obama's biography.
Yeah,
Becoming.
was.
We shared that between us. We really loved that. And apparently the audiobook is fabulous too because her voice is so gorgeous.
Yeah.
I think my favourite recently was Kitty Flanagan's, I think it's 488 Rules for Life.
Is so funny.
That's hilarious.
I love that book. Yeah. And
there was two books.
Claire Bowditch's Your Own Kind of Girl. That's really cool.
I love that you guys have shared the book.
Yay. I'm sorry, I'm distracted.
That's okay. It's all good. So I guess one question before we go throw over to the audience, in terms of inspirational women, you mentioned Michelle Obama. Is there an idol or female inspiration that has been in your family household?
I think, well, if we're talking about individual inspirational women, Mora, the French artist who lived in Melbourne for many, many years, she was my inspiration as an artist and an older woman. She used to, I used to do a lot of her drawing and painting workshops, and her outrageous behaviour was hilarious and very inspiring. She was always flashing her tits to people at Flinders Street Station, which was very amusing.
You didn't learn how to do that.
Oh, no.
I love women like Gretel Colleen and Lisa Wilkinson and like Carrie Bickmore, like women like that who are really using their voice and platform like so inspirationally. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely good to see that on the media, and I'm sure you guys can provide commentary whenever future moments like those things happen. So yeah, without further ado, we'll throw to someone from the audience. So get that mint slice and Bevy ready. We have a question from Bevy.
I've got chocolate all over.
Go.
Yeah.
Oh no! Throw a tissue to. There we go. We've got a question, and it's come through. It's Christopher, and Christopher has asked, how long did it take you to write your book?
Well, lockdown in Melbourne was a very long time. So it probably took us, I reckon, about 9 months to a year, I reckon.
Yeah. Yep. And we didn't have that much editing. Like we all write from the heart, and what comes out is what you're going to read. It's just, there really wasn't much editing apart from, full stops and commas. So it didn't take long.
For yourself, I didn't have any trouble with punctuation.
Yes, you did. Your sentence is way too long.
It's like a conversation, our book, actually.
Yeah, it's just like how you talk. Yeah.
It's not academic. It's just like a conversation.
It's an easy read. You can smash it out in like a weekend.
Yeah.
Impressive. That's super awesome to hear. We have the next question. This one is for Izzy. So we've got a question from Ninum. We've got, what is it like to have such a formidable, impressive mother? I am so jealous.
Oh, really?
Wow, that's lovely. That's a compliment to you.
She wants to kill me most of the time.
I do want to it is lovely, but I have taken it for granted. When I was younger, I was so embarrassed by her. And I think, as a mother now, you really realise that your kids do take a while to come back to you. And I am really sorry for thinking you were an embarrassment, because there were two things that Isabelle said to me when she was young. One was, all my friends think you're going to a fancy dress party. Oh, because she'd wear the most outrageous clothes.
And the other thing was, why can't you be like all the other mothers?
And now I'm really proud of her.
That's so sweet to hear. I can relate. But yeah, we have to be respectful to our elders, right? So we have another question.
Yeah.
This one's from Emily Kulik. And the question is, what message are you hoping to share with the audience with your book?
Oh, that's a great question, Emily. I think the message is to get rid of shame, just leave it at the door, and just be really open and honest. with yourself.
It's really about that you're not alone.
Yeah.
That most women have shared the kind of experiences that we have in life.
Yeah. And to have the open and honest discussions with each other and ask each other the uncomfortable, the awkward the questions, and listen to the answers. You might not like what you get back, but it will bring you closer. Like, we're so much closer as a family now that we've done this.
Yes, you're wearing much less fake tan these days than you used to.
You're not.
Fake tan.
Let's rip that band-aid off. So,
if your mother won't say it, who will? That's my philosophy.
Just keeps on going dark. Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah, going into winter, we have to be mindful of the cooler weather and the lack of sun. But we have another question. Everyone, feel free to send them through. There's lots of lovely questions coming through and loving them. So we've got a question from E. Taylor Wright, and they ask, I'd love to know what Gogglebox is actually like.
It's exactly how you kind of see it. Mum's going to have a coughing fit.
Sorry.
Well, it's not, because they'd edit that out.
They edit out her farts.
They edit out the farts and the burp, and they edit out the coughing. But apart from those edits, it is exactly what you see. Like, we're just sitting there watching TV and talking. It's fun. It's real. Like, they don't tell us what to say. They don't tell us what to wear, what to look like. That's why we love doing it, because it is really, we can be our authentic selves, and I don't think there's a reality show that is like that.
That's not so not produced. I mean, if anybody would seriously think that I'm being told what to say, all they have to do is look at my face, and they know that I'm saying exactly what I think.
And hearing what Emmie comes out with, I mean, that you can't make that up.
No, because she couldn't remember it anyway.
No.
And if they did tell her what to say.
Yeah, it's the genuineness. I think I'm pretty sure we can all see it. Like you say, there's just nothing like body language and facial language to tell the truth, right?
Yeah.
And it's about authenticity, which is exactly what our book is about too.
Well, exactly what our book is about. And
Hold up the book, Isabelle, so they can see it. Hold up the book.
Yeah.
You can buy it at your favourite bookstore.
This is literally all about just being your true self, right? And sharing that with each other, first and foremost. It's so liberating.
Yeah, there's no time like today to be your authentic self.
Can you see us?
So we have...
Yeah, good.
Yep. Yeah, we're all good. Yeah, apologies if internet changes at any time. Anyone watching, we're doing our best as well as we can. We have a question.
I hope people in regional areas are picking this up, because they've been through a terribly hard time over the last 2.5 years, and we hope that we can give them a bit of a gig.
Yeah, for anyone who's in regional areas, we love you. We're thinking of you.
Let us know. Yeah, tell us where you're from. If you're tuning in from wherever you are, let us know. That would be so good to know. So yeah, definitely let us know if you're from a regional area. If you're from New Zealand,
Yeah.
we ship to both, all around Australia and New Zealand. So we'd love to hear.
No, she shut it in. I'm getting censored.
What's the next question?
Okay, we have a question from Charissa Foster. And the question is, what is the worst show you've had to watch?
Oh, easy. Maths is the worst show.
I'm gonna kill her. Don't listen to her.
It's horrible. It's manipulated, horrible, produced, misogynistic. Well, where do I stop?
No, I think the worst show is like Lego Masters.
Oh yeah,
Lego Masters.
it's pretty boring.
Who watches that?
Kids.
Lots of kids do.
What's your favourite? I mean, least favourite show?
My least favourite show. I don't watch anything that I don't like
No,
to
on
watch.
Gogglebox, what's the worst one you've watched?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't know.
What do you really hate? You hate the housewives of the Real Housewives.
Oh yeah, I can't stand
Can't
those
stand- she can't
sort of
stand
shows. No.
She keeps asking, are they acting? Are they, is this real? I'm like, yep.
Yeah. I always think that.
Yeah, it's a bit different to Gogglebox, I imagine.
Imagine if they ever did a celebrity Gogglebox and we had to sit on the couch with one of the Real Housewives.
But some of them are nice. It's just the way it's put together, I think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Have you met them?
I've met a few.
Really?
Mm.
Where have you met them?
Out.
Where?
I don't know, Mum.
I don't go to the
Out
supermarket.
and about.
She does.
We actually, we do have some regional people tuning in. I won't be able to see them all, but we've got Midham, we've got from Horsham, Victoria.
Yeah.
We have someone from Wollongong.
Anybody from Mildura?
Oh, is anyone from Mildura? That would be good to know.
I live in Mildura.
And
I was born in Mildura.
oh my gosh, that would be so good. Yeah, let us know if you're from Emmie's hometown.
Or if you're
We
from
have someone.
my hometown, Hobart, that's where I was
Tassie.
born.
Any Tasmanians?
Any Tassies, yeah. We've got someone from a country town of 1,000 people. They had bad floods in 2011. We're really sorry to hear.
Yeah.
Oh,
So sad.
Keep watching Gogglebox and cheer you
yeah.
up.
Anyone from Brighton
Brighton?
Brighton.
in Tasmania?
Oh, I thought you
Brighton,
meant
Tasmania.
There
Victoria.
is a Brighton.
Is it?
Brighton.
Really? Is it posh like the Brighton here?
Not really.
We've also got someone from Rockhampton too.
Yay,
So
Robbie.
thanks for letting us all know where you're from. That's really great to hear.
Yeah,
We
thank
probably will have to take our final question for the night now, just to let us know before we all go and head off to watch the telly. I guess the big question coming up is Mother's Day is around the corner. For those who haven't already put it into their calendars, it's the 8th of May. And we want to know, how will you guys be spending Mother's Day? And for Kerry and Emmie, how do you get what you want for Mother's Day?
Oh, okay. Well, I can start by answering the last question. I don't want anything presents. I'm not interested in more and more stuff. I'm too old for stuff. Don't care about stuff anymore.
So what would you like?
I would like an experience. I would
Okay.
like to
Experience.
go somewhere and do something.
With me?
If it has to be with you, yes.
Okay.
Mother's Day. A helicopter.
Helicopter.
Yeah, let's get a helicopter.
What would you like?
Well, I did say years ago that I wanted to go on a helicopter flight, but after seeing that crash the other day,
No.
I've changed my mind.
Okay.
So what would you like to do?
Oh, no.
Would you like a present or would you like an experience?
No, I don't want any presents. No.
Don't want any more bars of soap.
Do you know what is
Thank
good?
you.
And I'm not flogging our book, but a good book is a great present. 'Cause
Oh,
you
yeah.
read, you
Yeah.
read so much.
Yeah.
And
How
you're
many
a great
books do you
reader.
reckon you read in over COVID? You reckon about 50 books?
I've got a whole shelf of books
Yeah.
that I've
Reading
read.
is the best. And as a mum, that's, you know, I think I used to kind of like reading as I grew up, but now I'm getting really back into it. But don't laugh at me. I'm
Don't laugh.
actually,
I remember in Year 12 English literature.
this is Booktopia we're talking
I
to.
know, it's just funny.
And you're going to say that
We love English
I saw the
literature, don't
movie, I
worry.
didn't read the
I asked her how Jane Eyre was. You know, it's a big book, darling. How was
Eyre's
Jane Eyre?
boring.
And she said, why read the book when you can see the movie?
But can I tell you, and I'm not being biased, Booktopia, I get on your website and I click crazy. I order like 5 books because there is so much good content out there right now and I'm loving it. I'm just loving it. There's a lot of good Mother's Day options to buy, not just out of the box.
Oh, yeah. There's,
But there's not,
especially this one.
especially this one. But there's other really good ones out there. We're not gonna. Yeah.
The Bridge of Clay. The Bridge of
No, what's the one I bought you? The love letters.
Oh, love letters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
That was beautiful.
Trent,
It's
Trent,
lovely.
Trent, what's his name? Something
Trent Silbery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also letters to your daughter. Anyway, we should be promoting our own book. We should be talking about other people's books.
Here it is. Look, this one. This
Out
one.
of the box. Booktopia.
That's
No,
the one.
Mother's Day, we are actually having a beautiful long lunch at Crown Rooftop. It's called the Mother's Day Ultimate Day Out. And we're going with a bunch of our friends and their mums. Yeah. She's coughing.
That's if I say.
A big girls' soiree.
Yeah, it'll be lovely. We're doing some book signings and we're selling the book and we're donating all our proceeds to Safe Steps, which is a domestic violence charity. So, yeah, it'll be a really beautiful way to celebrate with everyone. So if anyone wants to come, there's still a little few tickets available if you're
Come
in
along
Melbourne.
and say hello.
Come along and have some lunch and champagne with us.
Very, very exciting. I hope the weather is good for everyone that day and that you have a wonderful time. It's obviously not always a fun time for everyone, and we're very understanding of that here at Booktopia. So for all of those people who are not having a celebration on Mother's Day, we definitely feel for you and definitely think of those mothers who have gone before us. We'll be thinking of them
Absolutely.
and remembering them as well. And that's so wonderful to hear of your proceeds. That's fantastic. Good news to hear. And yeah, definitely get behind Out of the Box by the Silberys if you can. So yeah, we will wrap up tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining, for your lovely comments and for your feedback and for letting us know where you're from, where you've tuned in. It's been a wonderful chat, lots of goss, and can't wait to look into the book and know a lot more. So it's been a pleasure talking to you lovely ladies tonight. 3 generations all in one night. Be sure to tag your kids, partner, family or friends in the comments if you think that they'd like to learn more about the Silberys in their book. We'll wrap up this launch party now. Turn on the telly, the remote, tune into Gogglebox on 10 or 10 Play and watch tonight's episode and get a little bit more onto, the stories that happen, share on our TV, and see it from the Silberys perspective as well.
Yay!
For all of our viewers, if you have enjoyed this discussion, you can, of course, get a copy of Out of the Box by Izzy, Emmie, and Kerry right now from booktopia.com.au via the link in our bio. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Okay.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
Enjoy. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Now you got something to say now. See it on your face.